Hey y'all, I'm Chris, and this is It Worth It, y'all? And today we're going to start our onion harvest. So stick around, we got a ton of work to do today. Here we go.
All right, we had a teeny weeny garlic harvest. That's okay. Here's some of the red onions. We're definitely not done picking red onions, but here is our first variety, and it is called Candy. This is the Candy variety. And just for size-wise, they did pretty good. We kept them. We did a better job of cultivating this year. Oops, my shadow's in the way. So that's just your standard wheelbarrow. It's full. We'll take you over to Greg's garage and show you how we... We'll take you over to Greg's garage and we'll show you how we hang these to let them cure for the next month or so. So the red onions and the garlic came from here, and you can see how low this bed is. We're gonna fill this up with compost and topsoil. And then here is the onion bed that all those onions came out of. And this is going to be our next one, but we're going to go hang those first. So we have a rogue volunteer tomato plant that's staying there. That's not what you see laying in the bed is not, those are the potato vines. Those belong to the bed over there. We got a little teeny weeny bit of weeds, nothing crazy. And then we will top this bed off and look at our plan in seed time and plant more. All right, so we're in Greg's garage just to give you some reference, and I'm gonna let Greg take over and talk to you about this little frame thing that we've developed last year.
Okay, so what this is how we'll cure the onions, because in order to store the onions long term, you need to cure them so that they're dry when you put them in your pantry, basement, root cellar. So what we'll do, I built this, and it's just 1x1 slats or 1x2s. And we'll show you when we start to do it, but you just drop the onions through here, bulb on top, and you just let it set here for about a month until they start getting brown and crispy. The green stalk, not the onion bulb. But we have it at this level so that I can actually still use my garage and park. And then my car just fits right underneath it a little bit. If we have to, we'll raise it higher, because we can raise it any height we want. This is just a good height so that we can stick the onions in here and not have to get on a ladder to cure. So you just drop them in, go down, and we'll do the garlic. We'll do the same with the garlic. It'll all cure here for a month or two. And if you look up here, we'll pull that out once we get the truck and everything out of here. But that is a screen. And what it does is I've built it so that I can shut my garage. And it's the height of this lot. So it goes right there, and that allows airflow to come in, and then I can still have my garage secured. So just a way to preserve the onions. And we'll bring you back when we start hanging onions, which will be in a few minutes on our time. Your time, about 45 minutes maybe.
All right, y'all. Here is the first of 2 truckloads of onions. We got the white, the red, and the candy. So we're going to go put these up. We're trying to be real strategic still. So we're going to go hang these up real quick, and then come back and get the rest of the onions. And for kind of reference, we harvested back there. These are going to stay in the ground a little bit longer. And then it's like we have these are the Patterson onions, and it's like we had 2 different batches. These are still standing tall, so we're going to leave this half in, and we're going to come back and get that half today. So we only have to harvest that little back half right there. But this, what's in the back of the truck, is about half of the onion harvest, just so you can get some reference.
So here, we're gonna start loading these into the drying rack. So all I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take my onion, slide the green through, and I've made these slits so that it accommodate a fairly small bulb. But then when you get bulbs like this, when you get bulbs like that, we're gonna have to save that row. We'll come over here where I made those on one end, see, for that reason.
Yeah, that one fits on the other end.
So this honker fits right in there. And then all you do, you just keep and there's another smaller one. So the smaller ones we just have to put in certain areas. It's just a little time consuming. And that's all we'll do. We'll do this whole
400 to go.
Yeah, we plan about 390. So out of all these in the wheelbarrow, there was 3 or 4 that just the heads got broken off. So we'll use those for supper tonight. And then we're just gonna keep going and loading this up, and we'll bring you back when we get it all done, because you don't need to see the monotony part of taking the time and doing all this. Okay, we'll see you shortly.
All right, y'all, look at this. We still have a full row out there, but Greg's finishing up the garlic. And here we go. So we've got Patterson onions on the left, and then we've got our red candy apples, and then our ringmasters, which are our white onions, and then our yellow candy onions. And let me get on a step stool for you so you can see what it looks like from the top. So here's what it looks like from the top. And these are going to dry like this for about a month. We have room for the onions that are still out in the garden, so this is perfect. This is roughly 400 onions, and yeah, we save the little ones and the big ones and everything in between, and we eat them by size. We'll eat the small ones first and go from there. So that's all we got for today for our onion harvest. So like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and until we see you on the next video, bye y'all.